Real life street stars, everybody start clapping right now. We have the Dallas Elite Mustangs in the building. How y'all doing?
Good. All is well.
Good.
Now, how we gonna do this is for everybody ain't knowing, deaf, dumb, stupid, living up under a rock. I want everybody to one by one let us know who y'all are, where y'all from, and what position y'all play, if any, or what y'all do inside of the team.
I'll go first. My name is Maria Spencer. I'm the owner of the Dallas Elite Mustangs. I am from East Texas, born and bred, and I started this franchise in 2014.
Okay.
Coach C. Strump. I'm offense coordinator, and I'm also from Southeast Texas.
You said that like it's a difference.
It is.
It's a huge difference. It is.
East and I'm more south.
Yeah. Mount Pleasant.
I'm Drea, outside linebacker. I'm from Houston, Texas.
What you doing over here? Nah, I can play.
I'm Christian Scott, head coach of the Dallas Elite Mustangs, and I hail from St. Louis, Missouri.
I'm DJ Momo, official DJ with the Dallas Elite Mustangs. I'm from hometown, St. Louis, Missouri.
I'm Nia Houston. I'm from Dallas, Texas. I play defensive end with the Dallas Elite Mustangs.
That's the mic.
I'm Tiandra Brown. I play with the Dallas Elite Mustangs, and I'm a slot receiver, and I'm from Sarah, Texas, my hometown.
I'm Desiree Seastrom, mobile receiver from the Dallas Elite Mustangs. I'm from Dallas, Texas.
I'm Brittany Ross. I'm a defensive tackle, and I'm from Dallas also.
You had to think about that.
I did.
So, when you first created the Mustangs, what was your vision? Like, why a football team? Why a women's football team?
Well, actually, I started playing tackle women's football back in 2004, 2005. And back then, guys owned the teams in the WFA. And I just wanted to do something different. I wanted to give women a chance to play a sport that, we've never, had the opportunity to play. And so I just wanted to build off of what, I wanted to set the ground level, to give girls an opportunity to play.
So when did that become a thing? Was there like anything like that when you started it, before you started it?
Absolutely. Again, I started my franchise in 2014.
Okay.
And I started playing in 2005. My team is in the WFA,
okay,
the Women's Football Alliance. And it's been around for almost 40 years.
Oh, well, shit.
We have over 60 teams in the league. Yeah. And I'm one of 13 teams in the pro division of the WFA.
Now, you have people with you, head coaches and such. How did you go about meeting these people? How did you build these relationships? And how did we come to see the team that we have before us right now?
Social media is a huge tool, and word of mouth. Coach Scott, head coach Scott, he came through, as a matter of fact, the offensive coordinator, and he came, his daughter played, and we were struggling actually trying to get coaches, and he didn't see, a well-oiled machine, and he thought that he could help us out. And so he joined the team, and he brought Coach Scott onto the team. And so it was kind of word of mouth with all of these ladies.
Now, what does an offensive coordinator do? Say I'm just some guy who doesn't look at football.
Well, in a sense, offense coordinated is offense, meaning plays to try to get into the end zones, first downs. You have 4 downs to get. If you don't get them, you have to punt it away. So the object of the game is to keep the ball until you score. So it's just coordinated from different positions, from the quarterback, running back, receivers, and the O-line, to try to get them coordinate together to push it down the field to get your first downs and your touchdowns.
Now, when it goes into building an offense, usually in men you see heavy structure, tall, but when they go into looking at a woman, how do you decide who's going to be strong when you're trying to push and make an offensive push?
So from looking at the talent-wise we have, I built the offense off of what we have. Skill positions, they're fast, they're not real big, but they're quick. So I have to build my offense around them. Or our line is not real big, but they're quick, so they can attack. So my offense is made to be an up-tempo, quick passes, quick runs. And that's how I'm able to look at the women that we have on the team, how they operate. So that's how I'm able to build the offense around them.
Okay. So when y'all begin to build your team and meet everybody on social media, what are some type of attitudes you look for as far as like people that you want to take your team to the next level?
It's just a willingness to want to win. You know, I ask these girls to come in with a positive attitude. Most women have never played football before until they step on the field. You know, again, it's something that, you know, we were never allowed to play. So, you know, it's almost an equal playing field, you know, unlike a lot of guys who start playing football 5, 6, 7 years old. Women, you know, at least in this league, you can't start tackle football until you're at least 18 years old. So, you know, it's just the willingness to get better, learn the game, and to play with heart.
Amen. Now, ladies, since y'all have joined the team, what are some things you found out about yourself? Like, did you think that this was going to be what you really thought it was when you joined? What are some of the, like, surprises that y'all met when y'all start playing for the Mustangs?
For me personally, I grew up in a football family. My dad coached football. My brothers played football. You know, I played football with the boys outside in the grass, you know. But it was never a time like where I thought, oh, I could play this in college, or, you know, because women, we didn't really have, or I didn't know at least, we didn't have like a platform to play professional. But I remember always playing it with the boys in my neighborhood and being like, oh, I'm gonna be the first girl in the NFL, you know. And they're like, girls can't play in the NFL. Right. But now like we have a platform for ourselves. And I've been meeting a lot of little girls like that want to play football and want to try out for the middle school team. And that's what I did. I tried out for my 6th grade team. So it's just, it's like a full circle moment for me. Like I get to now be in a position to inspire other little girls that are looking to play long term and at a professional level. And that's us. So I'm just really grateful. But just coming in this team, what I learned is that women can hit. Okay, it's not just a men's sport. Like people think, oh, just women's football. Like no, like there's some hard hitters out here and y'all need to come check out a game. So follow our IG page, Dallas Elite Mustangs, and just stay connected with us. We have home games, away games, and we have an international game coming up soon too. So
you sound like a spokesperson. They put you on the squeeze box with the shit.
Yeah, that's right, Drea. Good job.
For myself, I know that this is my 2nd season. My first year, for me, it was tough. I was really looking for a reason. Like I had a reason to hit someone, but this was a constructive way to do it.
Right.
And I was able to learn and put some of my old athleticism back into the spotlight. Really, I think without football, without this league, without this team, really this family, I wouldn't be here today.
Where would you be?
Dead.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
That's deep. And you know, I want to talk about that because y'all look pretty tight knit. How do you create a team? Because you know, we come in, we're coworkers, basically. You know, we're just trying to get out there, win some games, take it to the next level. But when you want real cohesion, you have to become a family. So, what are some of do y'all do any team building? What is y'all life outside of the field? What does that look like?
Actually, we do. We do have team building. After the season, this past season, after the 22 season, I actually took the jet skis out. And
you got that money. I'm just playing.
She's all over, right?
Actually, I don't have any money. We need some sponsorship. But seriously, we can talk about that later because I do finance this team 100% by myself.
No, we're gonna get to that for sure.
So yeah, but there is a lot of team building. Some of these girls, the one thing about word of mouth is, you know, some of these ladies knew each other. So when one comes, she's bringing her home girl in a sense, and so they get on social media, they push it, we all kind of have friends on social media. So, word of mouth get them out. But they're close. A lot of these girls are close before they get here. But we do encourage these girls to do things together outside of the team. And usually I think these two ladies here, they get women together at least 2 to 3 times a month. And they grill outside the pool at their apartment or whatnot and go bowling. It's a lot of team building things that we do, and we do it on a continuous basis. There is still a little, rift in certain areas and things like that. But once we get wind of certain things, we get the leaders within that pack or whatever you want to call it. We get them together and talk to them and let them know, there's no room for this. There's no room for this. And, it really is pretty cohesive group. It really, really is. We get along like you guys think we do. We really do.
So, who was somebody that's here right now that was kind of slow on the uptake and y'all see just get real good and real good at their craft?
I would.
Nobody want to say they wasn't cold when they first got here.
Well, I'm gonna, yeah, she is a natural athlete, but she's never played. Football is just so rough and tough and all of those things. So regardless of how good you are at like basketball or soccer or something like that, everything that in those sports, you have to use that same, those same skills in football plus more. Right. So I would honestly have to say, Des has really grown. Her athleticism has just, went from, 7.5 to seriously a 10. And it has really shown.
So Des, I just want to know, what are some of the things that you did to, like I know I need to strengthen myself in this area, so I'm gonna work on this, or I know I need to do. What are some of the things that you put into practice to make yourself better?
Putting in work outside of the field, outside of practice, putting in extra work, working on feet work, working on the things, execute and play my part. That's about it.
Now, some of y'all got on makeup and all that good shit. How does the glitz and glam, play a part versus, when you got to be on the field and you got to be more aggressive and more tough? How does that work? How do y'all balance that?
I was like, man.
They don't balance it. They have helmets on and lashes. It's like,
I take it with me
your
on the
lash.
field. I ain't
Okay.
gonna lie to you. I take it with me on the field. The first game I played, I will say I had glitter on my eyes. It was my first football game, and I felt like I didn't have to conform or be somebody else that I wasn't.
Absolutely.
I'm truly a genuinely a girly girl, and so I said, if I'm gonna do this, shit, let me do it how I know how to do it, and I'm gonna look pretty doing it because I'm a pretty beast.
So, how many nails have you broken?
I broke one. It's one.
It's always the one
right now, but it's about time to end the nail season, so we just gonna
right.
Just keep them short. That's it. That's all.
Just keep them short.
I'm just scared. I don't want no parts of no nail injuries. So I'm scared about that. But yes, football has
not an ACL injury. She don't want a nail injury.
Not the real injuries.
That's the one that matters. That's the one that affects your life.
Well, I did fracture my wrist last season, so that was a thing too. I don't want nothing else broken on my head.
Now, as we all know, with football comes with the injuries. And these injuries are serious, and they can cause like life-changing. They can be life-changing. Who's been hit the hardest, they feel like? Who have y'all seen get hit the hardest?
T.
Oh, yeah.
But she held on to the ball.
Tell me walk me through that hit. Tell me what you felt. Tell me the emotions that went through that.
To be honest with you, I don't remember after the fact, but it was about a good 60-yard pass, 60-yard pass. And it was a long pass, we was playing Houston. And so I was running where I just ran to go. So I turned to look. Last thing I remember, I promise, looking at the ball, and the next thing I know, I wake up and I hear Maria, get your ass up. It happens so quick because when I woke up and realized, I had the coaches in my ear, calming me down because I woke up, I was crying a little bit. And it was just the crowd. It was quiet. You know, football games are loud,
Right.
but just the fact that it was quiet and people standing around. Some of my teammates was crying. You know, it was kind of scary. But it was just, I can't tell you how it felt for me to get hit because I don't even remember getting hit. I just know I got the hand. I was up, and my coach type shit to. But I mean, that just let me know like no matter what we doing, anything can happen.
Right.
You know, so.
Now we seen a hit like DeMar Hamlin, and he didn't even get hit. He was hitting someone,
Right.
And you know, he his heart stopped. Is that a fear that we all have to take with y'all on the field? How do y'all play through those type of fears?
For me, like my mindset is you can't play with fear because I feel like that's when you get hurt when you start to play soft. Like we know what we're getting ourselves into when we're playing football. Like I feel like the fear has to go out the window when you step on the field. So, but the mentality of like being the hammer, not the nail, like you go make the hits, make sure nobody hits you because that's how, you possibly get hurt. Yeah. But I mean, it's a part of the game.
Yeah.
And I mean, cut you wrong.
No,
with that being said, so last year being my first year playing football, I never played tackle. But like piggybacking off what Andrea said, I played backyard, flag, this, that. But when you in tackle, it's a different ball game. And so with last year with me playing defense, I ain't gonna lie, I was scared to tackle because I don't know. You don't know how. If you don't know how to tackle, you can hurt yourself by making a tackle. So, with you playing football, like she said, we gotta go in and have that mindset. Like you either gonna do it or you gonna be on the sideline. So I had to sometimes force myself to make a tackle, even though I was scared. You know what I'm saying? So you just can't be. It's all about a mind. I feel like it's a mind thing. You can't think too much on it.
Because I'd be sliding all up and down for just every time somebody. Every time it look like I'm slide.
No, that's the fun part, hitting people.
It sure is.
Speaking of, who got the best hit? Which one of y'all? Who got the best? Oh, not, you?
Why does everybody say that? Every time they see me, they're like, "You play football? What?"
Now you look like you play football.
Do I?
You came in there with the jersey on.
Yeah, she's tough. She is. She's tough.
Move out the way a little bit.
No.
Oh yeah.
Through the middle.
Yeah.
But girl, she one of them blind sides.
She
one of them. You ain't paying attention and she gonna come up and you feel me?
Yeah. I grew up with brothers, so we used to get I used to get tackled all the time. And my dad always be like, "You want to come out here with the boys and play? You can't be crying." So I remember one time I got hit in the mouth because we didn't play with pads or anything. We just play on the side. But I got hit in the mouth with someone's shoulder and I started bleeding. My brother's like, "Go to the side and spit that stuff out." I was like, "Okay." So I went over there and spit the blood out and went back to play. But that's just how I was raised. And my dad was like, "You can't be crying. Like you want to be out here playing, you can't cry."
It's a tough sport.
So, we all know in the football it comes with just a little bit of shit talking. Who got the flyest mouth?
Everybody said
They not here?
Yeah.
I feel like T.
I
I feel like T.
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
Get the mic.
I'm getting the blend with you.
Get the mic on the coach.
Right.
Oh yeah, the coaches, right?
The coach is better than us on the
My boy right here. You look like What's the wildest thing you done said on the sideline?
You don't want to know.
He's always talking to HR.
I'm always getting sent to HR.
Because when we think about some of the things we would say, you always feel like it gets said to a man, but when you're dealing with women, you can't say a lot of stuff you want to say.
Shoot.
Yeah.
You equal opportunity with the track.
I'm equal opportunity.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And if I say something I think is over the top, I'll be like, "I'm sorry."
Give us an example.
No,
Can you say that? Shut my ass.
What the fuck you lipping for? Why you lipping? Get your ass back out here.
I'm famous for you really starting to chat my ass. What's another one? Shut your goddamn mouth.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So, I just feel like, I'm an old school type coach.
Mm-hmm.
But I bring, new school innovation to the way, especially I know I'm still dealing with women. But my thing is that these are some tough women.
Yeah.
And they're tough skinned, and they are tough as nails. So I don't treat them any different than I would treat, a man. Mm. It's all equal opportunity here because I feel like me treating them any less or, handle with kid gloves, I feel like that would actually more so insult him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and that's what you guys said last season too. Coaches were too soft. Let's keep in mind.
So wait, y'all prefer to be talked to?
I mean, if we're gonna be in the element, then put us in that element. I don't want
to a certain extent.
Yeah, it's all about respect, though. It's all about respect. You know, we're all adults here, and you know this it's not a personal curse word. You know, you're fucking Bob. It's none of that kind of stuff.
Right.
It's never going to be a personal attack. I would not go for that at all. But you know, hey, we're all adults. We're playing a very tough sport, and you know it levels of intensity just it rises, and so it's like you got to deal with it. You got to deal with it. But these coaches are pretty good with these ladies, and but they were a little soft, you know, the last couple seasons ago anyway. And some of the girls came to me and told me those things.
Man, you know it's crazy because I was on Instagram and I just hear some of the coaches the way they even talk to these kids. Like one coach was like, "Y'all better get out there and kill them," and he was like, literally kill someone.
Oh, he meant it.
It is like,
that's all?
No, he said more. I just, but
PG version.
The PG version. But it's so crazy. Like, you know, the kids, they're just kids.
Yeah.
And they want so much out of these kids. So I couldn't imagine, and these all boys, so I can't imagine like looking at a woman like, yeah, you better get out there and kill something.
It happens.
How did you come up with the name?
Well, when I started the franchise, I like I said, I played prior to starting this. So what I was looking for 11 of the most elite athletes in the DFW area and surrounding areas. And I brought those women in, the ones that I knew and who thought that they knew other people that were just as elite. And I wanted to build the organization around those 11. You know, football, full contact football is 11 on 11. So that's where I wanted to get 11 in a room, and I pitched, you know, my idea to them, you know, my dream, my vision, and it started from there.
For people who don't know, what goes into building a franchise? Where do you even start? Like, I just walk in, I say, I want a football team. I know it ain't that easy, but how much work did you have to put in before your idea came to fruition?
Well, again, I started in 14 and I had my inaugural season in 15. One of the advantages of me starting the franchise, though, was, again, I played. And so I played with women that still wanted to play. There was no longer a Dallas team representing the DFW area. So I believe it was 2012, the women that still wanted to play in the DFW area actually had to go to Houston and play.
Gotcha.
And so that was 13. So yeah, that was in 12. So in 13 is when I started working on it, you know, getting, you know, the LLC going and, you know, all of those things that's needed, you know, to make the business name anyways official.
How hard was it, you know, to get people to take what you're doing and what you're building serious?
It's hard. Some people still don't know about women playing tackle football. So, you know, it's hard. It still is hard. And again, the league has been around, you know, for almost 40 years. And a lot of people still don't know. So it's very hard. Even with social media, we still run into people every single day that will say, what? Women playing football? We were in the Martin Luther King parade.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
On Monday, yes. And a lot of people, you know, we held up our signs and things like that. And we just heard so many people, you know, women play football. So, you know, we're here because, tackle, yes.
Yeah, we play.
And so it's been hard. It's been hard. So we just keep, you know, doing, you know, radio, TV, as much as we can to get our names out there. Social media, we do everything we can to get our name out there.
Now, we were speaking about sponsors. What is something that people need to know if they're looking to invest in the Dallas Elite Mustangs?
Well, it's hard. We have to travel. We have to take planes. We have to take buses. We have hotels. We need to get hotels. We need to feed these ladies. 3 times a day for 2 days a lot of times if we're on the road. I do that. I pay for this 100% by myself. Now, we do ask the women to, give a small fee to play to help out with those things. That helps out with uniforms and things like that. We have to rent fields. So it's just a lot of money that goes into it. So we do everything we can to try to, get our name out and ask for money, just cold calling people, coaches knowing people, fundraising raffles. Yeah, we look for every, opportunity to try to raise money to do it.
So now that y'all done seen her say that she done paid this 100% out of her pocket, y'all quit playing with the money. Contact her so we can get this thing rolling.
That would be great. That would be great.
We need the coins.
Absolutely.
Okay, so how many of y'all been hollered at coming off the field? Hollered at.
All of you, raise your hands, everybody.
I'm not even shocked that you raised your hand either. What is it like that when even though when you still play an aggressive sport, like you got some dudes that still gonna try to get your number even?
Oh Lord, the whole time I thought you were talking about like a coach yelling at us off the
no.
You talking about
Cat calling.
Oh, that. I thought you were talking about Coach too.
Like, what's your phone now?
Man, don't even get me started. It be the mean for me.
Yeah.
I just walk away.
Don't even play with me like that, friend.
She's like, I look like one of you, and you Yeah, and the men are like, you're still a woman.
But I feel like some of the men can get intimidated by that.
Maybe I be zoned out because I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm not gonna even listen to that.
Yeah, Nia.
Right.
I'm serious. And not during a game.
No, after the game, if somebody's like,
Yeah, you still be zoned out.
Yeah.
You're right.
Talk about that,
Just spit on
I was going to say you mentioned intimidation. If you deal with men and you tell them, I play football, how does that come across? What does that look like?
people don't believe us. I mean, at least for me, people are like, what? No, you don't. Or they just like, oh, okay. You okay. And they see like footage or something like, oh, dang, like y'all cold. Like, but
I was gonna put us in the other leagues.
yeah, like lingerie league.
Lingerie.
Oh, it's lingerie.
Are you
league.
serious?
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. My daughter first told me she was playing football, and I'm like, first thing did go in my mind. I'm like, coming to support you.
Right.
See you later. And then she's like, no, Dad, it's full contact. Oh, okay.
Literally pads, helmet. You can't tell if it's a man or a woman in that.
Okay, so now I didn't know there was a lingerie league. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So how does that? So it makes it harder for you to take what we really doing seriously.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Why would you want to play anything where I have to run into somebody with nothing on? That's wild.
Because men want to watch that.
Men watch anything.
What's funny is that I have a theory, I have a prediction. I believe that a lot of those women that have been playing the lingerie league that may feel like it's degrading, they're going to start coming to the WFA.
That's dope.
Because they're seeing the legitimacy that we're playing real 11-on-11 contact football, and they're not, feeling, subjected to,
That's a sex machine. Yeah. It's like, yeah.
Okay, so now, what is one of the hardest games y'all played? Tell me how that went. Explain to me, like, when you're going in to face a team, how do y'all prepare? What are some of the things you go through physically and mentally to prepare for a hard team?
Get that, Scott?
Yeah. So one of the hardest teams we played was not this past year, but the year before. We went to travel to Minnesota and played the Minnesota Vixen. They're a very well-known team in the WFA. Organized, great coaching. You can tell the players are coached well. That was a game. We went in there and, at the time we were changing our schemes and Coach C Strong, had the offense and I had the defense, and our eyes got open when we went to Minnesota. We were like, wait a minute. And I'll be honest with you, I was even one of some of those players where there were even women. Like
Right.
they were massive. But
They were.
we came out the short end on the stick with that one. But with the culture that we build now, and we're going to be winning. We're going to win some football games. So anybody that we lost to, I put our money on the Mustangs the second time around.
Amen. Who gets emotional during the loss?
I get emotional regardless.
Why?
That's
not
I'm
I want to ask you about that because I don't feel like emotions are a woman thing. I feel like that's a human thing.
Yeah.
Well, I think that a lot of times the way that our society is, obviously men have emotions, but they're taught to keep them suppressed. They're not allowed to show them. But be that as it may, I'm talking about. I am an emotional person. I cry when I'm happy, sad, mad, doesn't matter.
Don't get to crying now. Don't get to crying.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
I heard it in her voice.
Because if you cry, I'm going to cry. And I cry ugly.
She come to practice. I'm like, Britt, what's going on? Nothing. But something's wrong. Just tell me. I was 5 minutes late, and I just knew I was going to be on time. Anything, everything. Seriously.
But I'm passionate about this team and this family. Like it's very, it's an emotional thing.
Amen.
We're out here, blood, sweat, tears, every week, pretty much all week.
4 days.
4 days, 4, 5, 4. Listen, yes, practice, yes. But it's learning those plays, staying in the books, trying to figure things out, watching film. It's just a lot. It's a 24. What do you call it? 25/8.
25/8
for sure.
Yeah, and I think that's why the goal is so important to one day build a franchise to where we can get paid just like the NFL gets paid. So this demanding job, because we have jobs outside of this, we have to pay the bills somehow. Some families. So it's to get to that place where we could be just football players and just focus on our craft and enjoy the game without having to stress about, can I make this practice because I got work, So it's getting to that point to where we're getting paid. And we're having a time.
Your family in football, it's hard.
That's an easy decision.
Yeah,
football.
Our family comes to football with us.
Because the thing is, you got to live your dream. Because if you don't, ain't nobody gonna live it for you. What would that look like if how would that day be if y'all could get paid for doing it?
Amazing.
It'd be so much stress removed, because we were saying, we have outside of
Hold on, you need a mic.
We have work outside of football. So just imagine if our work is football. All we gotta do is just get up, go to practice, work out, go home to our family. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to, okay, I gotta work, okay, let me go check on, make sure my kid's good, make sure my mom's good. Then I got practice at 7, then gotta rush, go to practice. It's just a lot.
Right.
And I feel like if we was to get to that point, everything just all fall into place,
Yeah.
Now, do y'all believe that y'all will see financial success?
Most definitely.
Yes.
Most definitely.
Okay. I was going to say within y'all time of play.
Most definitely.
That's awesome. Because that's it.
We had a lot. The oldest person on our team is what? 40 something? Yeah. So we got
Billy Ho up there.
I'm gonna play so I can't walk no more.
We just gonna wheel you onto the floor. I just gotta ask this question because do y'all think Brittany Griner was a fair trade for the Merchant of Death?
Absolutely.
No, I just want to hear you.
Yeah, absolutely.
That wasn't my real question.
She was too gone too long anyway.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
Are we going to talk about that? Because I've got something.
I don't
agree that laws are laws, and we have to obey laws in other countries, as harsh as they may sound. Or, was it a harsh, conviction and a sentence? Of course it was, but that's according to our laws here.
Right.
And this woman had been playing over there for many, many years. So to me, she knew better. Excuse me. So, you have to take their punishment. And unfortunately, she did something she shouldn't have done, and that was their punishment. But the trade, I think it was a fair trade. That guy, he was a disgrace to our military, to our country. What he was supposed to stand for, he did not. I mean, he got in a lot more trouble than, just what we know of, in a sense. He got in trouble over there for, they thought he was a spy, and he seemed like one with all the, the stuff that he had on other people, citizens of that country. It just looked, you'd get in trouble for the same thing here.
Correct.
So, I think it was a fair trade.
My question to lead into that was, a lot of people say that if that was LeBron, that he would have been back the next day or the following week or things of that nature. Why do you think men's sports geared entertainment is the hierarchy, and women, even though y'all play as hard, y'all can't receive the same type of treatment, especially where we are now, where things are pretty much just so equal?
Well, things aren't equal.
It's not so equal, but
well, and that's the thing. Men still run the world, and that's just the bottom line, And so, for a public figure like LeBron, he's definitely not going to sit there for a few months like Britney did. He's a public figure, and he's LeBron, and he's a man more than anything, So that's that.
Pretty much run basketball.
Yeah.
Do y'all ever watch NBA, WNBA? Is that anything y'all watch?
Yeah, I actually have season pass to, Dallas Wings. I support women in sports. Absolutely.
So, what do you think are some of the things that the WNBA, if anything, is missing that the NBA has, as far as incentives or things, pay or incentives or things of that nature that they should have that they don't?
I say a lot more support. Men, like say it's men's world, but if the women had a lot more support, like they support the men, I think it'd be equal and stuff. If they could, get a lot more sponsors, then because a athlete, he can walk down the street and get a sponsor just like that, compared to the woman have to social media and just work that much harder just to get a sponsor, because the eyes of America or the world, when it comes to women's sport. That's my input on that one.
Just being treated equally.
Yeah. We had a conversation because I feel like there should be no men or women's league. I feel like everybody should play. Like, co-ed.
What, as far as football?
Everything.
Okay.
Why not?
I'm gonna jump in on that one.
Are we talking about together?
Yeah.
Pound for pound, a woman cannot compete with a man. And that's just the bottom line. And we don't want to compete head to head with the man. That's not what we want. We just want equality.
Looking at a man that bench press 400 to 500 pounds to a woman that can barely bench press up 150 pounds.
Hey, 165.
Okay. You got men just curling that, Yeah. So way our bodies are harder, and and the testosterone there is just too aggressive, more aggressive.
Built differently.
We just built different.
The reason I said that because we interviewed Mark Cuban, and I asked him, "Do you think that women could play in the WNBA?" And he said, "Absolutely, and they would dominate
in the NBA."
In the NBA. So I was wondering, would that look like the same thing inside of the NFL?
I'm going to still have to disagree, and with all due respect, I disagree with Mr. Cuban because just about every player in the NBA can dunk a basketball. How many women in the WNBA can dunk a basketball? You can't say the same. So, there's no comparing a man to a woman.
Okay.
Now, pound for pound, these women, 150-pound woman against a 150-pound man, you can't compare. He's going to win every time. But
I don't
a woman,
know. I wouldn't go up against none of y'all in no type of scrimmage, nothing.
yeah, I can still hold my own with a little guy, but a 150-pound woman up against a 150-pound woman, that's going to be some great competition, but women cannot, go up against a man in a professional sport, especially. It's just not fair.
Yeah, especially since
they run faster, they jump higher, they're stronger, it needs to stay separate.
Yeah. And in football, they say, the men, they start at 4 years old.
4 or 5
so it's
years
like
old,
the disadvantage. But
damn, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Because it's like when you're a young girl, they're trying to fit you in this mold, and they're trying to fit young boys in this mold.
Yep.
I wonder what the dynamic would be if it's science. Before we get out of here, man, I want to, I want everybody to just give their social medias, so everybody can get tapped in and let the people know how they can support Dallas Elite Mustangs.
Okay. Absolutely.
If you kind of reach out to me, I'm the head coach of Dallas Elite Mustangs. Again, you can reach me on Instagram. It's Coach K_Scott. You can reach me on Facebook, Christian Scott. So if you have an interest, if you want to, join the Stang gang, please feel free to reach out anytime, and I'll get back with you.
Coach, you can look up mine on Dwayne B. Strunk, and on Instagram and on Facebook, you can go r.d.c. Strunk on there on Facebook.
I'm Drea. You can look me up on Instagram, TikTok at Drea, DREA.Cruz, Series Z _. And I think a way to just support us is to come out to the games, show love, buy some of our merch maybe. If you're a company, sponsor us, organization. We're looking for content creators. If you want to come volunteer on the team, be athletic trainer. Just support us in those, small ways. There's opportunity for everybody. And especially, I think since we're talking about supporting men's sports and women's sports, we're the professional women's team. I think if we were to partner with the men's professional team in Dallas, I think that would make some big headlines. So
yeah, that'd be super dope.
Yeah.
If you're trying to get in contact with me, I'm T. They call me T. On Instagram and Snap, I'm Life with T22. So that's LIFETEE 22. I'm on Facebook as well, T Andrea Brown. That's my name. And I'm also on TikTok at T Andrea Brown. So you can always see me up on there too as well.
My name is Dez. You can reach me on Instagram at OG_Lil Dez. So it's OG_LILDES.
For my Instagram, it's Bree_Breezy22. It's BRI_BREEEZY22.
Hey y'all, it's Nia again. If you're looking for me on Instagram, you can reach me at Nia Hadia. That's NIAHIDIYA. That's on Instagram and TikTok.
Last but not least, I'm DJ Momo. I'm actually the official DJ for Dallas Elite Mustangs. I want to say now her right-hand person. If you want to kind of have anything to do with social media, DJs, I'm part of Texas Fleet DJs Coalition. I have my own radio station that it works with Dallas Elite Mustangs. That's DFWSTL Heat Radio. You can find me at DJ Momo, DJ MO 420. Now the 420, that's my birthday. That's my real birthday.
Yeah.
I got a driver's license. That's my real birthday.
You gonna try to tell us some angelic number or something?
DJ Momo 420. And you can reach me and follow me on my Instagram, Facebook, same thing, DJ Momo. And I'm here for the ladies.
Amen.
And I am Maria Spencer. I'm the owner of the Elite Mustangs. And you can reach me on our Twitter, and it's at Real Dallas Elite. And our Instagram is, what's our Instagram?
Dallas
Dallas Elite
Mustangs.
Dallas Elite Mustangs.
As well as TikTok.
And also our website is demmustangs.com, DEMUSTANGS.com.
And this information is so y'all can follow them and support their movement. Not no funny ass business in the DMs for everybody who go. Yeah, we want could it. Yeah. Before we get out of here, I want to know what everybody's favorite song to work out to is. Train to. What's their favorite song right now?
I have one.
I was waiting for one of y'all to say Young Boy because I was like, ooh, that's the Savage right there.
Yeah,
Anybody who listens to Young Boy,
Mo Bamba, that's the song there.
Man, I want to thank y'all so much for coming to sit down with us. You know, it was a pleasure. I've learned a lot of new things. I will be supporting y'all. I need a jersey.
I got you.
The biggest one y'all got.
Biggest? Who you giving it to?
Right. Nah, for real, because right. So, you know, and I look forward to seeing what y'all gonna do next this year and the years to come. This is the best part. Dallas Elite Mustangs, y'all are real life street stars.
Shout out Reallyfe Street Stars, nigga. Move. Hey.